All right, so some of y'all may remember this truck. I lovingly refer to it as the junkyard dog. I rescued this truck out of the salvage yard, put a refreshed 350 and transmission in it, and a custom drive shaft because I'm an idiot. And now it's time to get this thing roadworthy. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a little bath and gloss it up a little bit. Now, I don't know that I want to do the clear coat option because you never know if somebody's going to want to paint this thing. Why would they? It's a long bed. But there's an option that is the budget-friendly option, and it is Flood Penetrol. So this video is going to be the before and after results of Flood Penetrol on restoring the patina of an old farm truck. So first thing we got to do is we're going to wash this thing up really good, hit it with some degreaser. We're going to use some Scotch-Brite and some Comet to just brighten up the paint. And then once all that's washed off and dried again, we're going to coat it with this, and it's going to give it a glossy sheen that's going to last a lot longer than boiled linseed oil, but not as long as clear coat. So let's get to it. Hook up the pressure washer, get all the dust knocked off, and get to work. So just to show you what it's like right now, all of the paint and the rust is just dead and dull. No sheen at all. Just basically a flat red. I think it's going to shine up really well. Now I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of degreaser and then wash it right back off. Much of the paint is coming off right here. That's just all that old dead paint. This thing's already looking pretty good. What I'm really trying to do is brighten up this paint as much as I can before I seal it off with this Flood Penetrol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this Comet, sprinkle it on, and I'm going to lightly scrub it around with this green Scotch-Brite, and that's just going to break off any of the old dead paint. And then I'm going to rinse it off again. Then we're going to hit it with some acetone just to flash off any of the remaining residue, and then it'll be time for the flood. So I'm going to go ahead and start sprinkling this on and see what it does. All right, so I'm going to start just a little modest amount here because I want to have enough to do the whole truck. And this is a little bit gritty. So I'm just stirring it around. Not pressing overly hard because I don't want like little circular marks or anything like that. I'm actually going to dip this in some water. Yeah, that's a lot better. All right, so this is how it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it off before that dries on there. I think you'll be surprised at how good the paint looks. Just look at that paint. All right, so I had to take a little break and I had to let the truck dry completely. Now that it should be dry, I'm gonna start using the Flood Penetrol. I'm just gonna put it in a little bowl, and I got one of the little foam brushes, and I'm just gonna wipe it on fairly liberally and just let it dry even and smooth, and we should be glossed up. I cannot wait. Let's go check it out. All right, yeah, she is totally dry. So I'm just gonna pour some of the Flood in this and then start brushing it on. We'll start with that much. All right, watch this. You guys are gonna freak out how good this looks. All right, so I got my little foam brush here. Just gonna start with a little dab and see how well it goes on. You're gonna love it. Look at that. and the finished product is gonna look really similar to that. And the good thing about this is a little goes a long way. I don't know if it matters, but I try to go like the long way. Instead of doing little sideways strokes, I try to go big long strokes in the direction of the longest side. I don't know if that makes sense. But it doesn't matter too much because this stuff is actually intended to take brush strokes out of paint. So I think all of this is going to level really well. Just want to keep a pretty wet edge here and just cover the whole truck now. It's going to look so good. All right, so I just got done. I did learn that it's easier to use like a piece of a t-shirt or something to wipe it in instead of a brush because it was running too bad, but it turned out really good. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Let me know what you guys think. This is after drying for probably 15 minutes or so. I'll try to show you again what it looks like later, but I don't know, I think you guys are gonna be impressed. There she is, guys. Wow, totally different truck. Oh my gosh, it's still got a few streaks in it. I may have to buff it a little bit later just from using a dirty rag, but that's not wet, guys, that is dry. Look at that, it looks like it's soaking wet. Just totally transformed the patina in this truck. Only took a few hours. Wow. The good thing about using Flood Penetrol instead of like boiled linseed oil is it lasts for, depending on rain and sun and exposure and all that, it lasts like, it says 6 months to 2 years like this, where boiled linseed oil is only gonna last like maybe a month and you're gonna have to redo it. This should stay like this quite a while. And you could paint over this. Like if you put boiled linseed oil over your patina, you're pretty much screwed and it's never gonna be paintable. This stuff is gonna be totally paintable the whole time. Let me know in the comments if you guys like how this turned out. It's a quick and easy process to transform your barn find into a hot rod. I think it turned out really good. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.